Welcome to you all to this class. Today we are going to learn how to make herbal hair butter. You can make, this is the hair butter, but I've decided to add herbs, to help improve the quality of the hair. So it's just like making your butters, your hair butter or your skin butter or body butter, but just that this one there's some added ingredient that you have to add to improve it, to enhance the growth of the person or the customers you are making it for. So without wasting much time, this is it. This is my herbal hair butter. As you can see, it's very fluffy, and the preparation is such that even if it melts or the water is hot, it won't even melt. Now let's go straight away to the preparation and know the types of ingredients and the quantity that we use for this production. So I have my shea butter. You can use any other butter for it. If you have cocoa butter or cacao butter or mango butter, you can use it, but make sure that the butter that you are using is a little bit cheaper so that you can compete at the market. It's very, very, very important here. Don't go and be using mango butter for hair butter. You can add some, to your shea butter and then continue making your production with it. Otherwise, if you have customers that you think you can sell to them at an expensive price, then you can use those cacao butter, mango butter, all those expensive butters. There are a lot. So now let's continue. We are going to go through our ingredients. The first ingredient was shea butter, like I showed you already. The second ingredient is my herbal infused oil. I've infused some herbs in this oil. And then my third ingredient is going to be sweet almond oil. And I'm also going to use cloves oil. And then I'm also going to use olive oil and extra virgin coconut oil. You don't have to show off with oils. These oils are more than enough for this production. Even at the end of the day, I took some out of it, so that I won't use a lot of oils at the same time. So this is what I did. The coconut oil and then the olive oil is what I combined to add or to infuse my herbs in it. So that's how I did it. And then I'm going to use flakes or cetyl alcohol to help combine the oil and then the butter to prevent it from melting when the sun is hot. Now let's move to production proper. I put my shea butter into my rice cooker. This rice cooker is meant for my productions and not for cooking. And then added my flakes or my cetyl alcohol to serve as to hold the butter, and then went ahead to add in my herbal infused oil. You can do double boiler method for the production, but if you are using a lot of ingredients or butters, it takes some time before it melts. So that's why I use my rice cooker to cook it on a very low heat. I make sure I keep it at a low heat so that it wouldn't burn or it wouldn't destroy the nutrients of the shea butter and then my other oils. So you can speed up the production by stirring it, or you can just allow it on fire on a very low heat, cover it, and then later on, once it melts, you come and you off it, and then you sieve. Shea butter contains a lot of dirt. It doesn't matter how clear or beautiful the shea butter is, there are still some dirt in it. So I always like to sieve my shea butter after I have melted, not only for my herbal oil, not only for my herbal hair butter, but also for every production that I use shea butter that I have to melt first, I try to sieve it before I add it to my production. So as you can see, I'm sieving it. If you want to venture into hair care products, soap production, detergent and other things, just contact me. When I finish sieving it, I'll just put it in a freezer. You can put it in the fridge, but it takes some time before it will kick or it will thicken. It shouldn't be too kick, but it should thicken up, or yes, the oil should be solid before you use it. So after putting it in the freezer, it depends on the quantity of production you are making and how strong your freezer is. So after that, I just use my whisker to whisk it. It's very important to use your whisker. Some people use hand blender to do it, but I've not tried it, so I can't tell how it will look like, because the whisker is more easier for me when I use, and it makes it more fluffier. It makes it more fluffier than using your hands to stir it. So I whisk it to make sure that it's fluffy. When I realized that the bowl was too small, I just poured it into another bowl and then used my stronger whisker to whisk it. The fluffiness is what we are looking for here. It's very important, because if you don't make it fluffy and you make it solid, once you put it down, it becomes so hard, like the normal shea butter without anything added to it. So you have to really whisk it very well. So after whisking it, if you have any other ingredients you can add, especially if they are powders, or if you have any other extra oil that you want to add, then you can add here. But mind you, I will prefer you add all your oils before it solidifies, so that it will prevent it from melting your butters when it gets solid. So this is the whisker I was using earlier for it. Someone will ask, how long should I whisk it? It depends on your batch, the quantity of the batch, and then how strong your whisker is. That will determine how long you can whisk it. The end product should be fluffy. If your products end up being fluffy, that means you have achieved your goal. So this is what I'm doing. So you keep whisking and whisking and whisking and whisking until it turns very white. So once it turns white, if you don't have any extra ingredient that will change color, then you see that it's very white, then you start packaging it. So after I finish whisking it, I've already bottled it. This is the last minute. I nearly forgot capturing the packaging. So I just packaged it into my bottles. Mind you, the bottles has to be clean. You have to clean the bottles very well. It's important you clean it so that it will not there wouldn't be any contamination. Mind you, we are not adding any preservative here since they are oil. So you have to clean your container well to prevent it from contamination. So after putting it in my bottles, I then tapped it on the floor. The final product is what we are seeing. So thank you for watching, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, just subscribe. There are lots of things on the channel that you can learn apart from the trainings that I'm giving you here.